Sano driving them forward. Still Sano!
Paskun.
A goal that will echo from Texas to Tokyo.
Terus feeling mas bisa menang Jepang.
The Eternal Kings, the 5-time champions, the guardians of the game's greatest throne are behind. Kaishu Sano with his first international goal. Japan lead Brazil.
Unbelievable. And what a start for Japan, but this is the moment for Sano. Because Sano, this is not about a build-up. This is about simply winning a ball, going with conviction, becoming a one-man show, and then striking an incredible finish here. Even got grabbed at the moment he struck that. But this is just straight ahead. Want to get to goal. It comes off an unforced error. And this is how Japan takes the lead. Incredible start here in Houston.
But we knew they had it in them.
Yeah, I still think it's amazing, though, with the amount of changes and players that are missing. But I think that is, to your point, the beauty of the system, because everybody can plug into it. But I don't think anybody, I don't think any of the pundits that I know of, any of my friends have said that this is an overwhelming win today for Brazil.
Marquinhos. Only the second goal this tournament that Brazil have conceded. Of course, the other one was in their opener against Morocco when they fell behind. And this man here leveled it up for them, Vinicius Jr.
It's just a thrilling start. It really is. And both teams are employing their ideas of how they want to play the game today. But one moment separates it.
And recent history does not look good for Brazil when conceding first. In their last 5 matches when they've gone behind in such circumstances, they've failed to win. Not since a victory over Croatia back in 2014. If they come from behind in a position such as this to win. That is deemed as a foul on Douglas Santos. And we're threatening to break away.
And Brazil's going to want Douglas Santos to get forward more, but that's just an ill-timed tackle. Obvious foul. And no question on Doan. This is an important set piece here. And Brazil's got targets for sure.
Qatar and Gigabyte, the two over it.
Pretty high line here from Japan. That near post area is something to keep an eye on.
Nakazao swings it in. Marquinhos climbing. Didn't get the connection on that he would have hoped for.
Well, you got good targets with Marquinhos and Gabriel. There's no question about that. This is a look back at the goal, the final moment. Just a beautiful finish here, and you saw it. Gets nudged at the last minute. But that's just from picking up a bad ball and going directly to goal. That's as straight a path to goal as you're going to get with the player running with the ball at his feet.
Yeah, great confidence from Sano, who was brought into the starting lineup today. Only made 3 appearances in the qualifying campaign. Vinicius Jr. Comfortable for Suzuki.
Yeah, Vinny Jr.'s drifting inside a lot now. And he gets in a really good area here, and we know how he can strike a ball. We've seen some of the quality of his goals.
He's the first Brazilian to score in every group game, Vinicius Jr. since Ronaldo and Rivaldo did so back in 2002.
Reinkarnasi Onana.
Pria Kamerun. Kamerun lolos atau?
Ora.
Timnas Birik.
Gabriel. Straight ball down the middle, thumped away by Taniguchi.
Gabriel Jesus oh.
Douglas Santos.
Dinding di bawah.
LA sana saya.
Cunha of Manchester United.
Akunya dipanggil dah, Cok.
To Danilo of Flamengo.
Oh.
Jadi nang rapinya.
Danilo delivering. Japan not dealing with that particularly well. Vinicius Junior. Back it comes from Paquetá. Vinicius Junior once more. It is a crowd scene inside that penalty box. And Ritsu Doan gets Japan out of a tight spot.
Jepang ngeri kok.
But Junya Ito did not get very far. And Paquetá's ball down the line has too much on it for Vinicius Junior. And Japan breathe again.
Well, Junya Ito was holding on to the ball to try and give somebody time to get in front of it. But we go back to the lone goal of this game, a fantastic one from Sano. And there might be some question there if the Brazilian center backs needed to get out to him a little bit quicker once he breached midfield.
Ken, Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar.
What a start for Japan.
Oh, Vinicius Junior getting her boots on that. Gigabyte now. Cunha. Back for Vinicius Junior. Doan with an important challenge.
And Brazil's starting to heat up, and they're getting guys around the top of the box. Paquetá.
Tomiyasu with an important header there. Now a chance for a Japanese break. Ito being pursued by Paquetá.
Now they can walk it up and kind of get a sigh of relief, but they were under heavy pressure. And Brazil's press was effective. They were turning the ball over. It was leading to chances, and there was some chaos in that organized Japanese setup.
I've mentioned the year 2002 a lot already today for obvious reasons. The last time Brazil lifted the trophy, it's actually the last time as well since they came from behind to win a knockout match at the quarter-final stage against England. And moving on very quickly from that, here is Lucas Paquetá.
Defender midfielder yang mana gitu.
Casemiro. Cunha. Gabriel joining in. Gigabyte.
Oh, Gabriel mana kok? Dari Arsenal lah, Mas.
Japan continuing to frustrate through their diligent work.
Pretty remarkable, because when Brazil breaks a line with a pass, because the lines are so tight, the ability to recover is always there for Japan and get pressure on the ball very quickly.
Oh, Paquetá, a picture of sheer frustration there, not happy at all that he wasn't getting any movement ahead of him.
Passing lanes are cut out for long periods here.
There's Cunha, and again it's a shot from distance, and it's dropped uncomfortably by Suzuki.
Yeah, it wasn't struck well. It's from distance, as you mentioned, and it's going to take something special to beat Suzuki from there. The more this goes on, the more maybe the frustration leads, and it can lead to opportunity in transition, possibly for Japan.
Ryan.
Kalah Rafinha.
Gabriel. Douglas Santos over on that far left touchline, getting chalk on his boots, hoping it might just come his way.
Well, he's bringing the width now, so is Danilo, and that's allowing Vinny Jr. to come inside, but it's very, very congested in there. And Carlo Ancelotti mentioned in the press conference, the ball has to move quicker.
Vinicius Jr. Casemiro, loose touch from him.
Amerika
ADATA is on his way. He's short on support though just now, and it needs the intervention of Paquetá to hold up his run.
And that's a great point you bring up, because when you're defending this deep, it's hard to get out in transition, and that one player's got to make very good decisions on if he should hold the ball, turn away from pressure, keep going.
This is a position though that Japan have been in before in a World Cup match. Back in the 2006 group stage, they were 1-0 up in Dortmund, and Brazil came back to win 4-1.
Brazil didn't go forward there. I don't know if they were waiting for an injured player or what, but that was the time with Japan spread out to really go with real verve and tempo and directness. But now they're settled again.
And there is some frustration coming from the stands as well, as far as Brazil are concerned. A lot of Brazilians here today, but not particularly pleased from what they're seeing from their team in terms of going forward. Real lack of penetration from them at the minute. Everything in front of Japan, they'll be more than happy with that. And they're forced to cross in from deep. Their shots have been from long range. And in terms of carving something out inside that penalty area, there's been nothing.
The real chances aren't there yet. They're half chances at best. These are so difficult. It's so difficult of a team to play against Japan. You almost think your goal has to come off a press or a deflection. They just move in such a beautiful block.
Jonya Ito of Genk in Belgium scored the third goal in that 4-0 win over Tunisia. Also came off the bench to set up the equaliser and the winning goal against Brazil last October. The Japanese number 14 out on the right wing. And receiving it now from Tomiyasu. Doan.
Japan's got to be careful here, because Vinny Jr. is isolated one-on-one with a defender, and now with Japan committing forward, if they can win the ball and find an early ball to Vinny Jr., they could be off and running. Casemiro's having to play the game differently. His game has been tempered a bit with the yellow card.
Here's the goal scorer, Sano. Ritsu Doan. Ito. 3 to aim at in the middle. Maeda was the closest to it. Brazil clear. Hiroki Ito up from the back. Interesting cross. And flicked away by Douglas Santos.
Ini Argentina solid banget ya Mas.
Well, Japan, for me, carry a greater threat going forward than Brazil do at the moment, albeit not with great frequency.
Well, that's the difference, frequency. I mean, Brazil's had 60% of the possession, the territorial advantage, but it hasn't led to as much as Japan's maybe had.
Sano sent sprawling, on it goes. Referee plays the advantage. Nakamura. Maeda.
Exactly how Japan wants to play. Is have these selective moments, make great use of them, and then suffocate you with this remarkable tight team structure and shape.
Oh, lovely play there. But Doan just couldn't pick out the final pass. But the way they worked it in from that right-hand side was impressive.
Well, that was a bad giveaway from Brazil again, though, because they had an opportunity to get off in transition. Their passing hasn't been clean at times out of the back, including the one that led to the goal from Sano.
Haji Kamada of Crystal Palace.
Tidak terkalahkan ini
Sweeping
tidak
it
menang.
over to the
Kan itu
right.
imbang terus soalnya.
Jonya Ito.
Bertahan mainnya kayak parkir bus.
Might have a top himself here. He did. And Gigabyte is sent tumbling to the card out. Gigabyte frustrated because he was on his way.
Spanyol imbang.
This is a professional foul. And if you're Brazil, you're pretty happy here that Bruno Guimarães has been fouled and that a referee has brought out a yellow card here. He has set a standard for what's going to happen in transition if people are going to try to pull off professional fouls.
Marquinhos.
Gol.
Lofted in. Japan hold firm. And Brazil were expecting a corner. It is not. We are now into a minimum of 4 added minutes at the end of this first period.
Paling sialan berita barang. Lainnya pelatih itu blur.
Apa? Saya ngapa tuh?
Kalah juga.
Korea Selatan apa?
Soalnya anggaran.
Both goals in the knockout phase so far have come from outside the box. Canada scoring with one very dramatically late in the game yesterday. They'll be coming here next.
How about that from Maeda, just to dig that out in the corner? That was a ball that looked like was in possession of Brazil. Just a relentless work ethic. They contest every ball.
Tomiyasu.
Indonesia lolos jadi animasi apik banget ya.
Will be a Brazil ball in the shape of a throw.
Well, for Tomiyasu, it's only a 5th start for him.
19.
And you got to wonder what's going on in the mind of that man, Carlo Ancelotti, the first foreign manager ever for Brazil.
Yeah, played at the 1990 World Cup. Carlo Ancelotti. Italy came third. Played 90 minutes against England and matched for 3rd place. Italy won.
And such a revered figure in the game. He's just done it in so many different ways, so many different levels.
He was actually on the coaching staff as well when Italy lost on penalties against Brazil here in the US in the '94 final. So many links to different strands of the game, Carlo Ancelotti. And as I mentioned right at the top,
that was
his CV is unrivaled, unmatched.
Unbelievable, yeah. And that was the '94 Romario Bebeto team. And there was a young 18-year-old that was brought on the bench to experience a World Cup named Ronaldo.
Whatever happened to him?
Well, he's here today.
One of many Brazilian legends, Brazilian royalty watching on, but watching the current crop trailing Japan by a goal to nil and struggling to break them down.
For me, Brazil needs to get more width in their game. They need to get more across. They have to spread Japan out side to side a bit more. And now we see creeping up the field Danilo. That's the ball you need.
Qatar was the target and hooked away by Junya Ito.
Yeah, I think Danilo's got to take that down and take that wide and try to get to the end line and turn the corner. As opposed to recirculating and a cross coming in at a different type of angle. It's got to be mixed up a little bit.
Well, Brazil have got a player down at the moment. Wader, who's been quiet,
Sempret ready.
unable to get that one under control.
Pakata's come up limping a little bit.
And that is half-time. Japan are halfway there, halfway to claiming their first ever knockout victory at a FIFA World Cup. Brazil have had all of the ball, but have struggled to break down this resolute Japanese side, who lead by a goal to nil. And some strike too from Kaishu Sano. And the Samurai Blue managed to cut through Brazil, and they have the half-time advantage here. Brazil with it all to do at the break here in Houston. Japan, as things stand, would be heading through to the round of 16. They lead by a goal to nil.
Patrick mah tolol. Ini rambut gue sisan kono buat main raro lo sur rapo kumu nanggung.
Ini yang saya sukai, berekspresi, membawa pesan yang positif. Kalau panas dalam, bantu redakan dengan yang ada badannya.
Maunya mah tentang punya ketemu. Kan kasih uang dulu kali Pak. Dibukui karo lian-liane lho. Men dibuka kan terus ketemu dia.
Sementara atas Brazil dengan gol tunggal dari Kaishu Sano, dan merupakan pemain yang di laga sebelumnya bahkan dicadangkan, kali ini berhasil mencetak gol.
Jepangi jarang bisa Inggrisnya Jepang Korea ini. Kedatangan perubahan budaya.
この一戦に相手はどこであれ我々は勝って次のステージに向かいたいということを、みんなが志してきたものを後半もしっかり持ち続けて、戦えればと思っています。ありがとうございます。期待しています。
David, qual a sua análise desse primeiro tempo do Brasil?
Jogamos contra um bloco baixo muito organizado. Estamos tendo problemas em romper esse bloco baixo. Temos que procurar soluções agora no intervalo.
Você acha que as soluções podem estar no banco de reserva já nesse intervalo?
Seguramente vamos precisar de todos. Temos trocas muito boas. O jogo é muito longo e vamos procurar melhorar agora.
O cartão amarelo do Casemiro é um problema? Isso pode estar na cabeça para uma primeira substituição?
É um jogador com muita experiência, que já está acostumado a jogar com cartão amarelo, vamos ver agora.
Quanto tempo o Neymar poderia ter no segundo tempo em termos de condição física, você sabe?
45.
Pemirsa, kita akan lihat dulu statistik di babak pertama antara Brazil melawan Jepang. Silakan Bung Nobar.
Ya, memang Brasil lebih unggul dari 59% banding 35%. Mereka ada 8 tembakan, 2 on target di Jepang. 4 tembakan dan hanya 1 on target, dan satu-satunya on target itu terjadi gol dari Sano di menit ke-29. Jadi kau bisa melihat sin corner kick sama 2-2, dan bagaimana Jepang bermain dengan sangat dalam, bermain yang bertahan, bahkan bisa mengubah jadi 5-4-1 meninggalkan UE dari depan. Tapi bagaimana transisi permainan mereka yang sangat baik itu tergambar dalam gol pertama ketika ada salah umpan dari pemain Brazil, kemudian dipotong oleh Sano. Tapi menurut saya titik lemah mereka ada di tengah dengan Casemiro yang begitu lambat. Ya, saya tidak mampu mengejar bagaimana Sano bergerak dengan sangat cepat. Sano masih bisa melihat sebelum menembak bola ke arah posisi kiper Alisson seperti ini. Kemudian dia bisa menembak ke sudut yang sulit untuk dijangkau. Luar biasa suatu transisi bermain cepat, serangan balik yang bagus untuk menghukum kesalahan yang dibuat pemain belakang Brazil.
Iya, kalau kita melihat Jepang bermain efektif dalam transisi menyerang dan menunjukkan organisasi bertahan yang sangat baik. Bung Ibab.
Ya, memang kalau kita melihat Jepang ini mereka bermain sabar ya. Saya tidak setuju kalau mereka bertahan. Mereka itu lebih kepada memanage pertandingan saja, memanage bagaimana game agar bisa mengarah ke angin yang mereka ingin ciptakan, dan itu akhirnya membuat pada para pemain Brazil cukup bisa menemukan ruang di pertahanan Jepang Jepang sendiri. Dan
ya.
kalau kita melihat juga agak disayangkan para pemain Jepang ini sebenarnya masih bisa lebih berani, tapi mereka juga nampaknya tidak ingin gegabah sehingga intensitas serangan mereka sangat minim. Tapi sekalinya mereka menyerang, mereka selalu bisa membuat bolanya berbahaya ke area pertahanan Brazil. Sedangkan bagi Brazil, tapi kita melihat di grafis head to head, kalau kita saksikan attempts dari kiri cuma satu on target, tapi tidak begitu membahayakan sebenarnya kalau kita melihat dari lapangan. Dan Sono ya, ini tendangannya dari 2 kotak penalti, ini gol pertamanya juga di seragam samurai biru, artinya memang ini gol yang monumental bagi Kaiso Sano sendiri, dan eksekusinya benar-benar luar biasa karena pemain yang satu ini begitu cepat mengambil keputusan ketika lini pertahanan dari Brazil terbuka.
Sementara itu kita lihat statistik dari final third entries kedua pemain.
63 ya, Bam ya?
Ya.
Hasil memberikan 21 entries dari Jepang. Lebih banyak menyerang dari sisi sayap ya.
Betul.
Bagaimana berhasil membayarkan ini?
Ada 2 ya, dari sebelah kiri nampaknya permainan dari Douglas Santos dan Vini Junior menjadi poros permainan sehingga ada 13 percobaan entry dari sisi kiri, sedangkan dari posisi kanan 14 ya. Ryan yang dibantu Danilo, meskipun awal gol dari Jepang itu dari kesalahan Danilo ketika memberikan passing.
Iya, kesalahan passing ya.
Ya, kita lihat.
Satu upaya ya dari awal permainan, dan berawal dari hilangnya penguasaan bola Jepang. Sepakan yang ditampilkan oleh Bruno Guimares masih terblok dan menjadi tendangan sudut.
Ya, kemudian kita melihat bagaimana memang di menit-menit awal Brazil ini tampil lebih menekan di sepertiga akhir lapangan dari Jepang.
Iya, kalau kita lihat di sini bagaimana Jepang seakan memberikan kesempatan membiarkan pemain-pemain Brasil penguasaan bola yang tinggi, tapi mereka sulit untuk bisa masuk lebih jauh ke dalam. Karena itu rapatnya pertahanan dari Jepang yang membuat memang Brasil agak frustrasi juga ya. Walaupun mungkin dari segi target mereka 2-3, tetapi memang tidak begitu baik kalau bisa lihat di sini untuk bisa menghasilkan gol di sini. Justru Jepang bisa memanfaatkan dengan lebih cepat. Saya pikir kalau pergerakan pemain lihat di sini Jepang jauh lebih cepat dibandingkan dengan pergerakan pemain-pemain Brasil. Apalagi kalau dalam ketika mereka merebut bola untuk melakukan transisi. Kelihatan sekali bahwa pemain-pemain Brasil selalu ketinggalan untuk menghadapi kecepatan Nakamura ya. Di sana kita bisa melihat Amanda.
Ya bener,
meskipun ada satu peluang yang coba dimanfaatkan oleh Brazil kembali dari tendangan tendangan dari Cunha. Sudah on target, ini yang paling membahayakan Zion Suzuki sebenarnya. Dan kita saksikan bagaimana Cunha begitu cepat mengambil keputusan dengan satu take on. Umpan yang diberikan dari lini tengah pun sangat baik untuk bisa membuat lini pertahanan Jepang lebih terbuka, tapi penampilan Zion Suzuki juga begitu luar biasa dengan bisa mencegah bola masuk ke gawangnya.
Iya, apalagi tadi ada 2 pemain dari lini pertahanan Jepang yang langsung menutup dan menyulitkan Cunha ya untuk menciptakan peluang bersih.
Betul, itu gangguan yang signifikan ya, yang membuat pada akhirnya Cunha tidak memiliki space yang nyaman untuk bisa mengkalkulasikan tendangannya.
Iya, betul sekali, luar biasa sekali. Sementara itu kita lihat ini di lini tengah juga terjadi banyak duel.
Iya. Dan kita saksikan ini adalah awal dari kesalahan Danilo yang membuat bola langsung diambil.
Ini bakal kelihatan sekali ketika Sano membola. Itu kan yang paling dekat, orang paling dekat Casemiro.
Betul.
Tapi Casemiro itu tertinggal.
Iya.
Kalah cepat.
Tapi memang ini salah satu kesalahan sistem. Ketika tim sedang melakukan build up dan bolanya hilang, itu adalah di mana posisi defense sedang tidak siap diserang. Jadi memang kesalahan besarnya ada di Danilo saya rasa. Kalau Danilo tidak salah passing, mungkin pertahanan Brazil akan lebih siap ketika bertahan. Tapi di momen ketika Danilo salah passing, Brazil ini sedang tidak siap diserang. Dan sayangnya Casemiro juga tidak mengambil risiko ya. Di mana mereka sedikit membiarkan untuk Kaisu Sano ini bergerak masif ke lini pertahanan dan tendangannya akurat. Ini juga gol pertama bagi timnas Jepang, bagi pemain yang sempat membela Kashima Antlers ini, dan kembali menunjukkan bagaimana Jepang ini tidak bermain mengandalkan satu individu saja.
Betul.
Bahkan gelandang bertahan seperti Kaisu Sano ternyata bisa mencetak gol dari jarak jauh.
Dan dia pengambilan keputusan dia saya pikir sangat bagus sekali. Dia tidak memaksakan masuk ke dalam karena ada Marquinhos di depan.
Betul.
Dan dia bisa melihat sudut yang paling enak untuk dia menembak. Dan itu betul-betul sangat presisi dan sulit diambil oleh Alisson. Ini kita lihat bagaimana ketinggalan Casemiro.
Ya, saya rasa
dia coba bisa melepaskan tembakan sebagai keputusan yang bagus sekali.
Dan akhirnya terjawab juga kenapa Casemiro di sini tidak mencoba untuk melakukan gangguan karena dia sudah terkena kartu kuning. Jadi memang ada faktor di mana dia juga ingin mencegah agar tidak kartu merah, dan itu saya rasa pilihan yang juga rasional. Jadi dari struktur permainan Jepang yang ada bisa mencetak gol, kesalahan terbesarnya tetap di passing pertama Danilo itu.
Kesalahan hasilnya dihukum dengan baik ya.
Itu menjadi kesalahan yang sangat fatal yang hingga akhirnya membuat Jepang bisa memanfaatkan momentum karena di laga seketat ini biasanya marginnya akan sangat kecil dan margin di babak pertama ada kesalahan ini sebenarnya.
Iya, luar biasa celah sedikit apapun bisa dimanfaatkan Jepang dengan sangat pintar ya.
Betul.
Ya.
Karena kalau kita melihat juga Jepang sepanjang babak kedua pertama tadi hanya menciptakan 2 sentuhan bola di dalam kotak penalti Brazil. Jadi sebenarnya mereka juga cukup kesulitan untuk masuk ke bidang pertahanan Brazil, tapi mereka bisa lebih memanfaatkan bola ketika ada kesempatan dari jarak jauh.
Iya, tadi juga menjelang akhir babak pertama mereka coba melakukan umpan-umpan pendek untuk pressing ke atas lebih tinggi ya. Untuk Jepang, ya.
Iya, artinya di 10 menit terakhir mereka bermain sangat baik, bagaimana ukuran mereka dari kaki-kaki jalan dengan baik, tapi tetap mereka mengalami kesulitan ketika mendekati kotak penalti. Namun saya pikir ada keberanian dari mereka untuk bisa memainkan bola. Ini sangat baik. Dan kembali ke gol Sano, saya pikir bukan soal keputusan tapi ketenangan dia.
Benar.
Sulit untuk bisa melakukan itu menghadapi tim sebesar Brasil dalam posisi yang tidak masuk ke kotak penalti, tapi dia bisa melihat situasi untuk pas timingnya untuk bisa melepaskan tembakan. Jadi ini kan butuh ketenangan seorang pemain untuk bisa tidak panik melihat ini, tidak terburu-buru, dan itu yang menjadikan hasil yang baik. Tapi kan masih ada 45 menit babak kedua yang perlu mereka atasi di sini jika mereka Brasil, dan pasti Brasil akan keluar menyerang.
Betul. Dan tadi kita sedikit melihat justru di akhir babak pertama begitu Brazil lumayan panik begitu ya dengan agak berantakannya formasi di lini tengah.
Ya, nampaknya secara mentalitas membuat Brazil tersentak dengan gol yang dicetak oleh Kaisu Sano. Dan setelah itu memang ada beberapa percobaan yang coba dilancarkan oleh tim Selecao ini, tapi memang kita saksikan ini salah satu upayanya tendangan jarak jauh, tapi tidak menjadi masalah sama sekali bagi Zion Suzuki karena selain bolanya pelan, tapi juga secara arah juga mudah untuk bisa diterka ya. Jadi tendangan dari Kunya kembali on target, tapi on targetnya ini tidak begitu mengancam.
Ya, saya pikir benar untuk on target mereka, Brasil itu tidak membahayakan sama sekali. Ada tembakan ke arah gawang, tapi semua itu terlalu lunak untuk tidak membuat hal yang sangat berbahaya untuk bisa untuk bisa mungkin terbang bisa bola, tapi bolanya arah semua ke tengah. Kecuali ada satu bola yang ditembak oleh Kunya yang dengan susah payah ditepis oleh Sion yang menghasilkan tembakan pojok. Tapi 2 di antaranya itu terlalu lunak untuk bisa dijinakan oleh Zion Suzuki. Jadi saya pikir di babak kedua bagi Ancelotti akan berpikir dengan keras bagaimana mereka untuk bisa membongkar pertahanan Jepang di sini. Apakah ada penambahan pemain? Saya tahu mungkin Neymar akan masuk. Itu urusan bagi Ancelotti. Tapi yang pasti memang ada masalah di sini. Karena lini kedua juga mereka tidak jalan dengan benar kalau saya lihat di sini.
Ya, betul. Lapangan tengah ini saya kurang bisa mensupport khususnya dalam situasi kreativitas ya. Tidak ada kreativitas yang lebih yang membuat pada akhirnya 3 pemain di depan ini seolah ada jarak dengan lini tengah, dan saya rasa juga kalau kita melihat kedua tim ini di catatan XG hanya 0,31 bagi Brazil, 0,21 bagi Jepang. Artinya secara kualitas penciptaan peluang kedua tim ini tidak cukup maksimal. Tapi yang membedakan adalah kembali klinisnya tendangan Kaisu Sano yang tidak bisa diimbangi oleh pemain-pemain Brazil ketika melakukan tembakan dari jarak jauh, dan ini juga menjadi situasi di mana akhirnya Brazil sedikit tertinggal dari situasi kesalahan mereka sendiri karena Jepang di sepanjang 45 menit babak pertama tidak melakukan kesalahan sama sekali.
Iya, betul sekali. Kalau kita moving ke babak kedua nanti, nampaknya juga Brazil kesulitan untuk menerka pemain Jepang karena kontribusi pemain yang bisa mencetak gol begitu banyak di pihak Jepang begitu.
Jadi Jepang tidak hanya mengandalkan Ueda di depan, mungkin tidak kelihatan sama sekali pertama. Ya, walaupun mereka punya Yuja Ito di depan dan Maeda, tetapi bagaimana lini kedua yang bergerak dengan cepat ketika mereka mendapatkan bola, itu bisa menekan Brasil itu selalu sangat berbahaya ya. Ketika mereka transisi kena serangan, mereka bertahan dengan baik, bahkan bukan cuma 3 pemain di belakang, mungkin akan jadi 5 dengan Ritsudoan dan Nakamura turun untuk bisa membantu Ito, Tanaguchi dan Tomiyasu di belakang. Sementara Yuja Ito dan Maeda ikut bertahan turun ke tengah, hanya meninggalkan Ayashi Ueda di depan. Jadi memang sangat sulit kalau mereka bermain dengan misalnya 5-4-1, agak sulit buat pemain Brasil untuk bisa menerobos masuk ke jantung pertahanan. Ditambah juga kalau saya bisa melihat Bruno Guimaraes dan Lucas Paqueta tidak begitu mampu untuk bisa mengimbangi di tengah, untuk bisa memberikan supply bola ke depan. Kalau Brasil kan punya Vini di depan, punya Cunha di depan, punya Ryan, tapi seakan tidak berfungsi dengan apapun karena minimnya dukungan dari tengah.
Iya, betul sekali. Apalagi ini kalau kita melihat bagaimana cara lini tengah mensuplai bola ke Cunha maupun Vini ini juga belum maksimal, sehingga juga belum ada gol yang bisa dimaksimalkan begitu.
Ya, dan kita melihat di layar kaca di mana Hendrik sudah disiapkan ya oleh Carlo Ancelotti, karena memang nampaknya Brazil ini membutuhkan pemain yang berani berimprovisasi di lini pertahanan lawan, karena
bisa
itulah
penetrasi ya, Bang?
betul bisa penetrasi tapi juga bisa berimprovisasi keluar dari sistem yang sudah direncanakan. Apalagi kalau kita tahu di babak pertama Cunha ini lebih sering drop deep ke dalam ya, karena ia terpaksa harus menjemput bola. Dan di saat mereka menjemput bola, tidak ada pemain yang dekat dengan kotak penalti. Maka dari itu, nampaknya Hendrik ataupun nanti ketika laga berjalan, sosok seperti Igor Thiago mungkin akan sangat dibutuhkan karena butuh adanya focal point di dalam kotak penalti Jepang ketika Brazil. Betul.
Iya, baiklah, terima kasih atas analisa Anda Bung Ibam dan juga Bung Ropan. Langsung saja kita akan menyaksikan jalannya babak kedua di 32 besar Piala Dunia 2026. Brazil melawan Jepang. Selamat menyaksikan.
Ini bagian nyemangati menunggu
Nyemangati tuh. Siapa yang kiper ini? Anderson. Oh, ternyata. Kemarin di City ya. Enak gitu. Untuk rumah tetap tersingkir lah itu no. Karena nanggung CL loh langsung beda. Ning Mas, Indonesia lolos sing nonton akeh di dalam Mas.
Itu kalau kalah kapan ini? Bola Asia atau apa kan ini
Militer. Ini guys tahu menyentuh Piala Dunia.
Ini yang saya suka, berekspresi, membawa pesan yang positif. Kalau panas dalam, bantu redakan dengan yang ada bakar.
Sing itu nang beli kabeh. Loro tekan langsung simpel. Soalnya siapa gitu terakhir. Kita main lagi mari Mas.
He's finally got his boots sorted out, Hendrik. And here he is. Hendrik of Real Madrid, but spent time on loan at Lyon last season. And there has been a clamour in Brazil for him to get more game time, even start games, but Carlo Ancelotti preferred to use him from the bench and listen to the roar for him. So that change has been met with a seal of approval. Let's see what kind of a difference he can make. Back underway then, Japan in the white shirts, going from left to right here in Houston. And with that one goal advantage.
Hendrik what left wing or right wing though? Hendrik right wing.
And Hendrik is on to this. First involvement for him. Cunha up there with him. Touched up to Ryan. Vinicius Junior. Swirling ball. Good handling from Suzuki.
That's why you bring on Hendrik. You got youthful spirit here. You got a young player that's extremely talented. Stage may be set for him to break out, but he can run at people. He can do it in tight spaces. He's a player that's got to try to lift this team now. And it also brings into question, wow, amazing control from way down.
Ridiculous, wasn't it? Nakamura got a second bite at this one.
Took my breath away.
It's not a bad ball either. This is Ritsu Duan and hacked away by Douglas Santos. Brazil have only failed to score in one of their last 13 World Cup matches. That was a 1-0 group stage defeat to Cameroon 4 years back. Desperate for one now.
Jarangnya no Mas, godok sih.
Kunya Ito. This one has gone low. Brazil awarded a free kick, much to the dismay of the entire Japanese bench down there.
Well, Brazil's definitely trying to make this a little bit more of a chaotic game, a little bit more of a high-tempo game.
Gabriel. Vinicius Junior. Good ball, Endrick. Unable to get it under his spell. And Maeda on the surge for Japan. What a run this is. He's earned his team a free kick. It's brought about a yellow card as well for Danilo.
So Danilo and Casemiro have one. This is obviously to kill off this transitional moment. It's a professional foul. This referee's been very, very good on making sure that people understand. Somebody breaks out in transition and you grab them, you're picking up a yellow.
Maurizio Mariani of Italy is our referee for this one, incidentally. Hiroki Ito. Safely back to Zion Suzuki, earning his 29th cap for Japan today. 8 clean sheets from 10 appearances in qualifying for the Japanese goalkeeper. Bit of a loose touch there from Tomiyasu, which meant the second one we were struggling to reach.
Like Cunha was trying to apply the pressure here. They're going to give Japan a free kick.
Japan's 8th goal of this World Cup, which equals the record for an Asian nation. With Korea Republic, who also got 8 in 2002. Oh, nicely done. Casemiro getting a toe on it, and that could break rather nicely for Endrick. The pass not up to the required standard.
Japan's got to be very, very careful here, especially in this first 15 minutes. Keep their composure. They're finding spaces. Brazil's committing themselves forward.
Maeda on the move. Marquinhos unflustered back to Alisson.
Marquinhos is just so good. That was just effortless.
He plays the game as though he's wearing carpet slippers.
There are those defenders that are just effortless and can do things in a different way because they read the game on the next level, and he's one of them.
Just the 39 trophies he's won in 13 years at Paris Saint-Germain. Just 39.
Incredible.
Maeda to Nakamura. It's a nice touch, but it didn't work out. From Maeda. Brazil back on the attack with Vinicius Junior.
Jepang iki rata ya ora ono pemain sik bintang.
Gigabyte.
Ora ono sik Liga Inggris.
Gabriel.
Gasih kok sangar ta?
Casemiro. Marquinhos.
Sing nomor 3 nang dhuwur to.
Danilo.
Iki ono modelan are.
Comes central, there's just a block of 6 Japanese players. Going to be very hard, even with all the talent Brazil has, to play in those tight spaces and break through and break them down.
The fact that they're defending so narrow, does that tell us they're wanting Brazil to go out wide?
It may be, but you know, if you're going out wide and you're getting the ball to the feet of Endrick and you're getting the ball to the feet of Vidi Judah early, I don't find anything wrong with that from an attacking standpoint. He's coming in on his right a lot.
That's a good ball. Good save as well from Suzuki. Gigabyte denied.
Tremendous delivery from Danilo. First really clear chance I think Brazil has had today. It's brought the crowd back. But look at this, just put on a platter here. Timing is there, everything is there. It meets the ball.
Cool.
And it's a good save from Suzuki.
Has that lit the fuse for Brazil, I wonder? Scooped it again, this time towards Vinicius Jr. Gigabyte.
Brazilian fans are back in it, there's no question.
Vinicius Jr.'s come back. Cleared away. Brazil will recycle and build again. Marquinhos.
Vinny Jr. did well there to get to the end line. I think that in combination with delivery from an inverted way is the way back for them. It's got to be a mixture.
Brazil raising the tempo now, increasing the pressure on Japan, who are dropping deeper and deeper.
Asia nomor 1 orang sing ngalahke. Bal-balan.
Ryan.
Boom.
It's deep. It's
goal.
Did it cross the line? No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Amazingly, it did not. And now the counter is on for Japan. Junya Ito. Maeda streaking through the middle. There's others up there as well. Nakamura. Driven across. And an opportunity wasted. Wow, drama at both ends.
Unbelievable sequence.
Of the match.
They teased out the goalkeeper Suzuki and pinballs around the penalty area. Tomayasu blocks it. He doesn't even know he blocked it. This is just an incredible sequence. And then it leads to that transitional moment. But Brazil getting rewarded with coming out here with more vigor, more intent, and more urgency.
Well, luck was certainly shining down on Japan then, that is for sure. And they maintain that goal advantage here.
Ya kan orang nomor 15.
Full champion.
Casemiro.
Kayak juara Mas ya.
Ryan with Danilo flying up round the back of it. Gigabyte now.
Kesetara musim
16 Mas.
And cleared by Doan.
Brazil looks a lot more alive here now. They seem to have woken up.
Real test now of Japan's defensive resolve.
Boleh 80-20 ya Mas.
Ryan against Nakamura. And again he's delivered well. They're coming in from both sides, left and right now. Gabriel, that's decent. And thumped it for the equaliser by Casemiro.
Penyelamat MU. Casemiro penyelamat MU.
Houston sways in yellow and green. The samba has found its rhythm. The carnival has found its heartbeat. Brazil back in business.
Ini Amerika Latin cendak Mas ya.
Casemiro dulu.
Iya, Casemiro dulu 180 kira ya, lalu begitu.
Well, you could feel it coming. The irony here is that Casemiro got caught on the Japanese goal by Kashu Sano. Well, he's just equalized. There's no pressure on the delivery. He's onside at the back post. He pulls away from a defender and snaps in the sweetest of headers. Gets up beautifully, times it perfectly. And that is just a blurry orb that flies past Suzuki. But you could feel it coming. Brazil has woken up here. Their fans have woken up. Their energy and urgency is back now.
MG seorang Casemiro ini boy wah.
Well, how the atmosphere in here has changed after that. You mentioned earlier on that he's been scoring a lot of headers for Manchester United in the season just gone. There's one for Brazil, one that levels the game in Houston. 8 of his 9 goals in the Premier League last season. Headers.
Kan Indonesia sepakat 0.
And now it really is game on again.
Well, if you're Japan, you got to say to yourself, you started to defend too deep. You had mentioned that. You didn't get any pressure on the delivery. You made it a little bit easy. And the more of those types of balls that were being bent in, there were warning signs prior to it. Cunha had a header that was close.
There is Casemiro, but given away cheaply. That might open the door for Maeda, but he was surrounded. Here's Ryan. Out to Vinicius Junior, puts it through the legs of Tomiyasu. Danger here. Vinicius Junior breaks down.
Gol
And belted over by Cunha. Wow. Brilliant stuff from Vinicius Junior, but left looking at the heavens in frustration.
Just eye-popping. Through the legs, he's gone. You're not going to catch him. And then with the outside, I think Suzuki got a hand on this. We're about to find out. He did. This is a huge save from Suzuki on Vinny Jr. to put that off the post. Because that was ticketed for the lower corner. Spectacular goalkeeping from Zion Suzuki.
The pace, the tempo, the intensity of the game now has gone up 2-3-fold, hasn't it?
Yeah, they brought it up another level here. They got their fans back in it now. You could feel it coming. The opening kickoff in the second half, you could just see Brazil looked a different team, ready to do more and ready to get back in this game.
Here's Wader for Japan. Ritsu Doan. Nicely done, Wader took it on the spin. Gets away from him though.
Alisson Becker udah Liverpool. Hello. Twing.
Yeah, here's the look at it. Definitely Casemiro's onside. That back post area is a beautiful place to get. You pull off and away from a defender because their eyes are on the ball. And he just does what he does best.
The right foot of Hiroki Ito playing him onside. Brazilian royalty in attendance today. Ronaldo looking on, he'll be feeling much better about how this is going now for Brazil, having seen that Casemiro equaliser.
Yeah, so Japan is rattled a bit now, and they got to see if they can get themselves a little bit more composed here, because that was an incredible wave of attacks from Brazil. Saw the obvious handball.
Vinicius Junior. Guimaraes. Throw that one through. Either Douglas Santos or Vinicius Junior, but didn't reach either of them.
Yeah, there's just not enough pressure on the ball, but that with or without pressure, this is a beautifully hung up ball at the back post. Look at that leap from Casemiro. I mean, the timing of it, nobody went up with him.
Casemiro, the second oldest goal scorer for Brazil at the World Cup, behind only Bebeto.
Tremendous crossing and finishing. What an example of it. This is good from Japan here now to take a bit out of it.
Suzuki, who's made 4 saves in the match. That'll run for Maeda, making a beeline for goal. Allen there to deal with it.
He's an absolute flyer, Maeda.
Well, that's the thing. They do have a lot of pace at the top of the pitch. So on transitions, they are deadly, Japan.
That has to be honored, and Brazil's fully aware of it. Now we're seeing Japan trying to get organized and press a little bit higher here.
Tosok ngawur.
Closing that one down from Allison.
Alison Baker iso ngono kuwi nemen.
Hendrick.
We've seen a few goalkeepers in the World Cup get caught in possession.
Vinicius Junior.
Bola bali blunderen tau. Heeh, nang Liverpool heeh.
Cunha to Gigabyte. Spins away from Maeda. Danilo.
Kesalahan. Main brandingnya ngono ya.
Oh, it's all coming together now for Brazil. Ryan. Great skill. Cunha. Ryan delivering, and Suzuki is there. But that was like the Brazil of old when I was growing up.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit more of the tricks and flicks and the great combination play, movement and mobility. They're definitely more alive here in the second half, but now it's got their goal. Now it's kind of settled into a period here of measuring each other again.
Well, it looked like one of the standout ties in the round of 32. It's delivered, hasn't it?
No question about it, and it's absolutely fascinating.
Maeda. He's got Marquinhos all over him, but he's got away from him. What a ball that is! No flag. Wader. Junior Ito making his move into the penalty area now, but he takes it on himself, and he really hit that. Spilled by Allison. Really thundered goalwards. But it's back in the hands of the Brazilian keeper.
Yeah, it's hit with tremendous power. It took a slight deflection. It's Alisson's all the way, though. Might wonder if that was the right decision, because he did have some options getting in and around the box. He also liked the fact that he took the responsibility to try and produce a second goal for Japan.
Change on the way for Brazil. Gabriel Martinelli is down there and ready for action. Can
you imagine? Nice sub to have. Nice change to be able to make. Dipping into Gabriel Martinelli.
Vinicius Junior. And Japan are readying changes as well. Hydration break not too far away. Ryan. Gigabyte. Vinicius Junior onto Santos. Steered clear by Japan's goal scorer Sano.
But these crosses coming from wider areas, this has been a real bonus to kind of stretching out Japan a little bit more and creating little pockets of space.
Is off, and Gabriel Martinelli is on. And Japan making alterations of their own here. Yukinari Sugawara will be one of those to be introduced. So will Konosuke Suzuki. And he is the first to make his entrance.
Dewan's going out as well.
And Nakamura moves the two to make way.
Now it's kind of reset to a game where Japan's playing for that moment again. With Brazil dominating all the possession.
Hydration break may well come at a good time for Japan, the way this is going at the moment.
This is the Brazil we all expected here in the second half.
Martinelli.
Everything just seems quicker. You know, balls leaving their feet quicker. Their decision making's quicker.
Ryan getting much more success down that side as well. Didn't see a great deal from him in the first half, but much more positive in the second. Beautifully poised this now.
Fauzi.
Casemiro.
Kes. Durna. Ya bingung ngono ku ya pemainane ancam
Ryan
ya.
again getting the cross in.
Pindah to. Gabriel Jesus. Batu ding Gabriel tak.
Martinelli with the outside of the boot.
Brazil.
Casemiro, he's spotted Hendrick. It's flicked away, few appeals for a penalty from behind that goal. And the referee tells Hendrick to get back up off the floor.
We had about 60,000 fans also appealing for that penalty as well. I can't give that. He's won the header. A little slight nudge there, but nobody's given that.
Well, it's riveting. We've hit the hydration break. This game got top billing, and it's delivered. Japan in front, Brazil now level. It's game on for a place in the round of 16. Well, we are all on the edge of our seats here. We expected drama. We've got drama. And it might not be settled inside 90 minutes. Extra time will be used if necessary. And who knows, even penalties. You wouldn't rule it out. But Carlo Ancelotti has certainly got a response from his side in this second period.
There's the equalizer. Casemiro drifting off to that far post. Doing what Manchester United fans have seen so many times. Look who's first to celebrate with him, Neymar. And Brazil is back here in the second half.
But Japan still have that threat in behind, don't they? You know, Brazil can't afford to switch off.
No question. They're a transition team. They got pace in all the right areas. And Brazil's going for the game's second goal. There's no question about it. And that could leave them vulnerable. Now, it'd be interesting if we would even see Neymar here today. Because Neymar could certainly move the needle of emotion in this building if that was something Carlo Ancelotti wanted to do. And of course, we all know he's an incredibly talented player as well.
Oh, Lucas Paquetá, who is nothing more than a spectator now with that left leg heavily scrapped, heavily iced. And when you get games like this, you never want them to end, do you?
You definitely don't. We're seeing something special here today. And the way this tournament was set up, yeah, it was expanded to 48 teams, but what that does is that sets you up for 16 games of consequence. And we're at a great one right now, and there are two more great ones today. Germany, Paraguay, and then of course Morocco and Netherlands. There's going to be all eyes on those games as well.
Certainly so. Of course, Netherlands facing Morocco for the right to come here to take on Canada in Houston. Germany, Paraguay, the winner of that one will take on France or Sweden. So back underway. Brazil 1, Japan 1. And where is the next twist coming from, I wonder?
So the three high players are Hayan, Hendrick, and Vinny. Hayan and Vinny are getting the width here. And you wouldn't bet against Vinny in a game like this, although he just got dispossessed.
Anya Ito was impeded. Japan get the set piece.
That was Martinelli, like he was a man possessed here, trying to get back here and kill off that transitional moment.
Kamada. Noguchi. Sano. Sold the pass short. Received gratefully by Douglas Santos. Now Danilo carrying Brazil up towards halfway. Guimarães. Hendrick. Good ball. Vinicius Junior. Only one thing on his mind by the looks of this. And then put it into an area where there wasn't a yellow shirt.
That was a rare moment where the entire Japanese team was turned and running back towards their own goal, which we have not seen a lot of tonight. They kept the game for the most part in front of them. That's what they do.
Sterling loh.
Ryan.
The focus, the concentration, the intense concentration to play without the ball like this is something special that Japan carries.
Gabriel sending that one over. And a miscued header, I think, from Ryan, but it did take a deflection. It's gone behind for the corner.
Well, Japan's living on the edge here. That's the way they conceded their goal, right? That same area is where that delivery came from. And they're going to have to get out the crossers of the ball a little bit quicker. You can't bank on defending them. You got to get a few blocks in and throw the deliverer of the ball off a bit.
It's a poor delivery, that. That is a waste, to say the least. But we are only looking one way at the moment, Glenn, and that is away to our left. Brazil pushing. Brazil probing. Japan digging in.
PK 5 atau 5-3-2-1 formasi ini.
Marquinhos. Martinelli. Vinicius Junior. Trying to move Japan side to side and expose gaps here.
Well, when you decide to do it, it just has to go quicker. That's the whole idea. You're moving them from one side of the pitch to the other, and then hopefully you're going to get Vinny isolated or in a place where there's some overloads.
Brazil have progressed from the first knockout round of the World Cup at the last 8 editions. And they make it a 9th here. Vinicius Junior. He's found Hendrick. Well, he just lifted it, expecting Martinelli to have made a move, but he didn't. Such an exciting player, though. Hendrick worked with Carlo Ancelotti at Real Madrid, albeit briefly. He was injured for most of Ancelotti's time there, and when he was fit, Xabi Alonso barely used him. There's no doubt that he is the future of this Brazilian team, Hendrick. Here's Gabriel. Vinicius Junior. Douglas Santos with the opportunity to deliver the cross. Out to Martinelli. Well, Suzuki barely moved. He knew it was going wide.
Second balls like that, though, and balls that come off defenses. Somebody jumping on, he was always caught leaning back. It didn't drop for him perfectly. But you have to try it from there.
Double change for Japan here. Yuta Mashino is coming on, and Daichi Kamada is going off. And Ao Tanaka of Leeds United is joining us as well. Junya Ito was the other player to leave the field. Not got anywhere to be tonight, Glenn, have you? Because I think we could be in for the long haul here.
We could be in for the long haul. It makes it even more dramatic.
Danilo very quickly shut down by Suzuki.
Does kind of give you that feel as we enter the 79th minute.
Now Casemiro dealing with that, safely back to Allison. Douglas Santos. Casemiro. Straight through the middle it goes. Ryan was the target. He hits the turf. Looks rather forlornly in the direction of the referee.
That was a good ball from Casemiro, and it's a good angled in run.
Another full house here in Houston, 68,777. All but one of the games here have been absolutely jam-packed. And even the Cabo Verde match with Saudi Arabia was only a couple hundred short of being a complete sellout. Hendrick. Good challenge from Tanaka. But then he gives it away. Ryan. And now Brazil lose it. Heading towards the last 10 minutes. Nothing to separate them. I've not seen a crowd as energetic as this for as long as this. You can hear the drums beating in the background, but when you look around, particularly at the moment, the Japanese fans just bouncing up and down constantly. Going to wear themselves out.
It's as if they're out there playing. I mean, that's the beautiful connection between supporters and players. Supporters really feel that they can help you win this game, and there's no doubt that influence exists.
Well, Japan had led in their two previous knockout matches coming into this and went on to lose both. They were 2-0 up with just over 20 minutes left against Belgium. In 2018, lost that. 1-0 up at half-time against Croatia 4 years ago. Lost on penalties.
Again, a great job from Japan there to double up Vinny Jr.
Brazil have pegged them back here. Vinicius Jr. Making a dart for the line. Back-heeled away from Sukiwara. Danilo.
Posisinya pira-pira ya. Setengah lapangan terus tuh. 80 mas.
Gabriel. Diving header out from Taniguchi. Is there a winner in this before the 90 minutes are up? Controlled on the chest by Danilo, but Japan refusing to budge.
Refusing.
Japanese do a great job of, when the point of attack is switched like that with a longer diagonal ball, they all shift over so quickly.
Martinelli delivering now. That sails behind.
Wader
hoping to make this his. He did. And it's tied up by Douglas Santos.
Saw him use his right arm to try to fend off Gabriel. He was trying to just drop the ball there for a runner to come and pick it up. But it's tough. It's tough to deal in the air with Gabriel and Marquinhos. And when you're a lone striker up there and maybe have a secondary striker to helping you, it's not easy.
Touched inside for the on-running Danilo. He's taken down. Could be a card for sure. Yeah. Suzuki is carded.
Second half sub. It's an obvious foul. Looked as though really that Maeda was going to be able to deal with him. I didn't know if he had to come in from that angle, but it's easy to say from up here. This is a very dangerous set piece from the area where this ball is, and this is something that you think is going to get whipped, hit very hard towards the back post.
Zion Suzuki on red alert here. The Japanese goalkeeper. Looks as though it will be Ryan, despite the presence of Gigabyte being there. We'll see. It is Ryan who goes for it, deflected up and over.
Hendrick got ahead on that, I think, or did it come off a Japanese? It came off a Japanese defender. The idea here is just to hit this hard and wrap your foot around it. It's good defending to just help it over the crossbar.
It was Suzuki, I think, who actually conceded the free kick in the first place, who flicked it clear. Brazil keeping the pressure on, the shape of a corner now. Very flat, flicked on by Casemiro. Vinicius Jr. Plenty in canary yellow inside the box. Brazil have got a man down inside that penalty area. Gigabyte digs out the cross with the outside of the boot. And behind it goes.
Gabriel Martinelli, it looks like.
Yep, it is.
He got caught. Here he is trying to lean in there. Hey, just got an errant arm. And that arm came from Maeda. Maeda got up earlier, and you do go up with your arms extended. And that's why Martinelli got the worst of it. Maeda got up first.
Extra time looming large here. We're into the last 5 minutes now of the 90. Reminder, the winners go through, face either Côte d'Ivoire or Norway. Wader getting up well. Good run from Maeda. From left to right. Machino to Sugawara. Sano. Can they find the right ball in? No, they can't.
This is where Brazil's got to go.
Hendrick looking to get Martinelli away. And Suzuki comes out a long way and clears for touch.
Alert goalkeeping. he saw what was transpiring and what happened with that loss of possession in midfield, so he was already thinking about being a covering player.
He's an assured presence, isn't he, the goalkeeper? I've been really impressed with him throughout this tournament.
Yeah, he's got some flamboyance to him too. He is an interesting goalkeeper, but he's got a good kicking game as well. Go back to that save he made on Vinny that he pushed off the post.
Yeah, superb that. Absolutely ridiculous save. Danilo. Ryan. Well, Suzuki put an arm in his chest, I think. Free kick given. We're hearing there'll be 6 additional minutes to be played at the end of the 90 here.
Still 8 minutes of football. A lot can happen in that time.
Might something happen here off this set play? Guimaraes to arc one in. Marquinhos was rising. Vinicius Jr. Oh, suddenly it opens up. Bends one, deflected and away for a corner. We were right behind that, and that Japanese defense just opened up. Vinicius Jr. took it off, and it's broken for the corner kick.
Well, Martinelli made a great run to peel 2 defenders off Vinny, and that allowed him to create his own shooting opportunity.
Corner played short. Ryan lofting one up there. Vinicius Jr. Twisting, turning. Trying to give 2 Japanese defenders the slip. Tanaka in a real tussle of the 2 number 7s there. It's gone in Brazil's favour, this free kick.
Tremendous from Vinny Jr. to fight back and recover and win the ball.
Whipped in again. Suzuki, a clean pair of hands. Now maybe Japan can have a break of their own. Machino, who was a late replacement for the injured Wataru Endo. Intelligent pass left to right. Sugawara steps round Douglas Santos. Only half away to Tanaka. Suzuki. Well, rather telegraphed cross, really, because Marquinhos knew exactly what was coming. He just belts it away into touch. Problem down there, I think, for Casemiro, who sat down inside his own box. There he is. And a change may be required here. There is some activity. Fabinho, I think, is the one being prepared.
Been quite the day for Casemiro.
Well, yeah, certainly involved in both goals. Not for good reasons, the first one, but much better reasons for the equaliser. And Fabinho, who now plays for Al Ittihad, is about to join us, appearing at his 2nd World Cup.
You get a lot of experience with Fabinho. He's definitely a deputizing central midfield player, but he's a holding midfield type just like Casemiro. So you go to the bench for a guy that's got a tremendous amount of experience.
And won the Champions League and Premier League whilst at Liverpool. It's the end of the road in this game for Casemiro. He seems to be struggling with his groin. Fabinho can't get on until Casemiro is off. Now he gets the green light. Japan have a throw.
The reminder, Paul, that all these injuries piling up, that depth is so important in a short tournament like this. You know, we don't know the degree of the injuries, but if there are injuries that are going to take more time, you're having to rely on others.
Yeah, they've got Rafinha already on the treatment table, don't forget. It's played through now to Endrick. Is this Brazil's moment? Martinelli is up there with him. Gigabyte arriving on the scene. Endrick with it all to do. And great defending that from Taniguchi.
You said it. Taniguchi's not letting that cross it. Exceptional. Great positional sense from Taniguchi. He's a veteran. He's 34 years old. That's one of his trademarks, is blocking shots. Well, he sealed off that end line, didn't allow that delivery to get in.
Halfway through the 6 added. Fabinho's header is a harmless one. Well, Brazil have needed extra time 8 times at the World Cup. 5 of those have gone to penalty shootouts. Well, extra time is not far away here in Houston. And I'm not going to complain about that. I want more of this.
Just think of the pressure on, you know, these 2 sets of players, Brazil and Japan. Maybe more so even on Brazil, because most people expected Brazil to win this. I mean,
Marquinhos.
To even think of Brazil getting knocked out of this stage of a World Cup is, you know, people say you're crazy.
Well, it's been a real test of their credentials, this. Let's go back to what their camp has been saying throughout. They feel they are good enough to go right to the very end here, Japan. And they've shown us today just how dangerous they can be. That's a neat give and go. Pull back for Endrick. Now Tanaka quickly on the scene to, well, win it and then lose it. Gigabyte. Pass through, what a ball, Martinelli! Brazil are heading through to the round of 16. For one glorious moment, Houston belongs to Brazil. Surely no way back now for Japan.
Well, I spoke earlier in this game about the value of the repress today for Brazil, and this is after they repressed and won the ball. But Martinelli gets a great position between 2 defenders. They can't close him down in time. How quickly he gets that shot off is a big, big key here. And it's absolutely fantastic. It's the glory game. It's Martinelli, it's Brazil. And they do it in the final minute of stoppage time here. It does not come easy, but it comes in beautiful fashion.
Well, Koki Agawa is going to come on for Japan with barely any time to make a difference. And Brazil are going to bring on Danilo Santos.
Well, what Japan's going to do here after these changes, I think, they're lining everybody up on the halfway line, and they're going to knock it as deep as they possibly can and just run it down as a group.
This knockout game barrier is just something that Japan can't seem to clear.
And Brazil's fully aware of this. You can see amongst their players, they're talking about, be careful off this kickoff. You can actually see the intention of Japan.
Sugawara is over the ball. And Suzuki. One last push, perhaps, from Japan. Try and keep their tournament alive here. Clattered into touch, and it took a nick off a Japanese leg as well, and that was celebrated wildly. Free kick awarded to Hendrick, who says, could you not have just allowed Martinelli to stride on with the ball there?
Would have been the most space Brazil found all night because of this tough collective defending. But there's the repress. We spoke about it. Beautiful ball. Absolutely fantastic ball from Bruno Guimaraes to pick out Gabriel Martinelli, who positioned himself between two defenders in a great place and then delivers the goods and the goal and likely the game.
Well, Brazil will be heading to New York, New Jersey as things stand, unless Japan can find one big chance late in the game. Well, Machino penalised for a foul.
Now Brazil's just got to push up the field, hit this long. Finish this off, but here's your star man, Gabriel Martinelli. There's another star man, Ronaldo.
With Bebeto alongside him.
And Bebeto. Men that know what it is to win a World Cup.
But what it must be like for these Brazilian players to have those legends following them around wherever they go. It does apply a lot of pressure, doesn't it?
It does apply a lot of pressure, no question.
Brazil now seconds away. Suzuki pumping it long. Towering header from Martinelli. Sugawara's flick. Danilo Santos clearing. Anywhere will do now, as far as Brazil are concerned. Well, Carlo Ancelotti, a picture of calmness amid chaos down on the touchline.
Both benches are standing up, every single player.
And there it is! Brazil march on to the round of 16 in the most dramatic of circumstances. More knockout heartbreak for Japan. But the quest for the elusive sixth star remains a reality. The ghosts of 2002 are kept at bay for another day. The journey to the summit, that long and agonizing climb, continues. But Brazil lives to dream again. Gabriel Martinelli, in the 96th minute, wins it. They come from behind to go through by 2-1.
Jagoan lu. Yo, lu jago ke Brazil lo. Jadi jangan lu Brazil lo Jepang nih. Nah, tuh bos ya.
Nggak tahu yang buka yang tuh. Ya, cobain ke sini. Sini aku cobain ini. Rasa. Nih.
1, 2, 3.
Saya. Mata ini gitu ya?
Keep it calm.
Satu, tuh kan?
Keep it chill.
Maybe I'm the worst actor of the whole world.
Netflix, ano Netflix na to, Mas? Ke YouTube lah.